Hello and welcome back. Talk
Hi.
Bertie to me. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Now you're joining us in a different location again this week.
I am. I am in Canada. I'm
Woo!
currently in a little town called Cranbrook that I just got here. But yeah, very exciting. But I've been to Vancouver since we last recorded, and that was
Yes,
epic.
and yay! What did you get up to?
I went to Granville Island markets. That was amazing. It was so fun. I could literally go there every week. It was Blue Zone vibes with like
Yeah, I love that
all
market.
the fruit and veg. It was just like, it was amazing. Went to Stanley Park. That was
Lovely.
really nice because Vancouver's just incredible because you have it's like a city, but then you have the mountains, but then you also have the ocean. It's like you literally have the best of everything.
Do you know now why it's my little reset place that I always run back to when I need just like time to myself and to get back to me?
I'm surprised you don't even want to move there. Like I want to move there. It's so cool. But you're like more of a country gal, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Small
it's just
town.
like you said though, it's just like the vibes in Vancouver are immaculate.
It's amazing. It's honestly so good. And the place we were staying, there was like a sports bar underneath, and it was like a Liverpool sports bar. So the owners must
Nice.
support Liverpool. So they played like Liverpool football games and stuff. So we went and watched that. We went to a Vancouver Canucks game. It was Vancouver Canucks versus Arizona. So it was like, Canada versus US. That was kind of cool. And yeah,
Yeah, I love it. It's so much fun.
when we were watching the Vancouver Canucks live, there's a player on it who's my type. His name is Hughes, and he's like their poster boy, I guess, because he's like everywhere. But Quinn Hughes, I'm gonna put him here. He's definitely my type, and I approve.
Did you take a picture with him outside on the big poster things that are out front?
Oh, actually,
You
I
should
might
have. That
have.
would have been so funny.
I think I took like a selfie of like one player, but this was when I was like walking in, so I like didn't know who it was. I was just like, look where I am. Ice hockey is so like entertaining. They're like
Yeah.
it's just like flashing lights, loud music, like it's
Like being in a flipping club.
it's quite stimulating. Okay, when I got to Vancouver, I was like, I'm gonna try find a good hot chocolate because I was like, it's a little bit cold. I was like, I'm gonna try find a hot chocolate to warm me up. I tried 4 different places. I tried Tim Hortons twice. Tasted like water. I was like, is there even chocolate in this? It was just like hot water. I tried Starbucks again, like once, and then I was like, this just tastes like water too. And then the 4th time we were like in North Vancouver, and we were like in like a nice looking cafe. It was like owned by like a French, a French person. So we were like, okay, cool. Like the Canadians clearly don't know how to do hot chocolate. So we were like, we'll go to this like French place, and they also was just watered down hot chocolate, and it did not taste like chocolate. So that's the one negative of Vancouver is they
No, it's
flop.
because you didn't ask me where to go. Because if you go to Blends,
Okay.
they use like actual like real chocolate in the bottom and like mix it up.
It
And
literally
also,
tastes
if you
like
go
water.
to the Georgia, no, if you go Blends or if you go to the
Okay.
Georgia Hotel.
Okay, I should have asked you, but you do rave about Tim Hortons so much, so I was like,
I don't rave
and
Tim Hortons.
Starbucks.
No, okay, I would never rave their hot chocolates. Also,
Okay.
Tim Hortons, I only rave because I like their ice caps. Nothing else at Tim Hortons I will go near. Their ice
Yeah.
caps and their bagels.
Yeah, I did do a mistake, which Courtney already knows about, is I've heard like Courtney like rave about Tim Hortons just in general, and I was like so excited. I was like, Courtney, Ollie, look, it's like Tim Hortons. I was like, I'm gonna go like try one of their drinks, and then like went in and they had like a really nice looking like Oreo drink, and I was like, amazing. I was like, I'm gonna try this Oreo drink, and then I had it. And it had coffee in it, and as soon as I sipped it, I was like so disappointed. And I'd like waited. We got into Vancouver at like 4 o'clock, so I was like, I'll go to Tim Hortons in the morning. So I like waited all night. I was like so excited, and then I got it, and then I was like, and then I went to another Tim Hortons, and that's when I got my hot chocolate, and then I was like, and then it was downhill from
Also,
there.
for all the Canadians listening, I don't rave Tim Hortons. It's just the convenience of a good old drive-through and an ice cap and a bagel.
Okay, there we go.
Like it ain't
Courtney
good.
knows.
Like it's not good.
They advertise
Also, Brittany,
it so much.
there was a Blends just around the corner of your hotel. There's like
Well, I
5
didn't-
in like a
I'm so-
1k radius.
I'm sorry, but they're like, the design of their logo just didn't look that appealing. So I was like, that place looks kind of shitty.
Don't knock it till you try it, baby.
I know, that is literally the epitome of like, don't judge things by its what it looks like. I also just want to apologize to everyone before we start this podcast in too much depth. I want to apologize for my camera. We're kind of still figuring things out while we're recording remotely, but I'll have a better quality camera next time. And I also want to apologize for my audio. I think a lot of people will be used to the crisp audio from the microphones Courtney's using, but this microphone catches every single sound like within a radius of the building that I'm in. So I think in the
I
last
hope no one's farting upstairs.
yeah, hopefully no one's farting upstairs, but I think there might be people drilling outside. I've got headphones on, so I don't really know until I edit, but I just want to apologize for the audio where I'll do my best, but also when we get to New York you might hear a lot of sirens. I don't know.
We got to get that full New York experience.
Yes, you're gonna get the ambience of New York.
I'm so excited. Okay, Alcatraz. How was Alcatraz?
Oh yes, okay, jumping back to San Francisco. Alcatraz was really cool. It was just like a bit of history. It's not like, I don't really know what to expect. You have like a audio tour, but it's only for 30 minutes and it's only inside like one of the buildings where they keep all like the cells. So you don't literally walk around the whole island with this audio. It's literally like a 30-minute, not even 30-minute, but like a tour. And then you can feel free to explore the outside grounds on your own. I don't know, it was really cool to see, just like see like a jailhouse and, the crazy stories of them like escaping and this gap between the two different cells, and then they'd like dig with the spoons or whatever. And
So
anyway,
cool.
It was really cool to see that. So definitely had to be done. But would I do it again? Probably not.
Yeah. Did you have a nice ferry ride over?
Oh my god, the weather was so lovely that day. It was
I
so
know,
nice.
it looked so good.
Yeah, it was amazing. Were you looking at the weather?
Yeah.
I love that.
Gotta make sure you're not on those rough seas. They're getting
Yeah.
in the shark-infested waters.
Oh yeah. Also, when we were in San Francisco, I forgot to say, there was an earthquake.
Oh,
And it like really
make you feel at home.
and it really shook. Yeah, it really shook, and it was like not one of those slow shaky ones. It was one of the like direct like start
The
off
jolts.
strong.
Dang.
So that was like,
were you at
okay,
home?
cool.
Was it in the evening?
No, we were at home. It was like at like 11 in the morning, I think. But I was just sitting on the couch and Ollie was on the dining table, and he just like looks at me because he knows I've been in an earthquakes before. So he was just like looking at me, and then I was kind of feeling it. I was like, is it big enough to like need to go outside? And then it kind of like went away, and I was like, okay, because I was like on the verge, and then I was like kind of gauging the size of it, but we got there. It was so
cool.
much fun though. But yeah, San Fran was really cool, and yeah, Vancouver, honestly, like one of my favorite places right at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't finished exploring yet. Yeah, so Vancouver, amazing. Definitely want to live there. I love the Granville Island markets. The thing is about difference between San Fran and Vancouver is the city in San Fran, no one is there now. I think San Francisco survives mainly like just out in the suburbs. That's kind of where things are happening more. But the best thing about Vancouver is, you do have the odd person walking around, but there's so many people like in the city and like still working there, living there.
Yeah.
Like it's just
The city's so cool.
it's just such a vibrant place, and it's awesome. So
Oh, I'm so happy you liked it.
I'm rating Vancouver
Double thumbs
high.
up from Vancouver.
Double thumbs up for Vancouver. I loved it.
Aw.
How have you been?
Good.
You've
Nothing
had a
to
sick
report, really.
You've had a sick mini bee.
Again, yeah. Daycare sickness is no joke, eh? Everyone tells you to put the kid in daycare, you put them in, and then they don't even have full weeks there. Oh, no.
Is he
But yeah,
feeling
he's
better?
alright now. Yeah, he's still got a bit of a cough, but he'll be right.
Oh, and mini bee also is moving into a single bed or slowly transitioning. Do you want to explain how
Yeah.
that went?
But I slaved my whole day yesterday, about 3 hours putting this bloody bed together because I was so excited for him, and then he had an absolute meltdown and said it was too big. It's a single bed, I would like to add.
Did he say it was too big?
He's like, it's too high. I was like, well, whatever.
He'll be fine.
He'll get in the hang of it, I guess. I just didn't anticipate, because we've got a lot of like transitional things happening in the next few months.
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be the easy one, but it's it's a little difficult.
You could never tell with kids, eh?
I know, yeah, but I thought he'd be so excited. He was excited to see it, and it was so cute. And then when he realised he had to sleep in it, he was like, no, I want my cot. I was like, okay, well, good thing I left it up.
Yeah, good thing you left it up. Imagine you like took it all down and then
then had to put it back up.
Oh god,
but, yeah.
what a nightmare.
It is scary though, like, and they always say with like kids to like put them in their big beds when they start trying to climb out of their cots, but he's never tried to climb out of his cot. He likes the coziness of it. He likes being like enclosed and like all nice in there. So
yeah. You could even get it, maybe it's an age thing, maybe not, but like those mosquito net things that go around the beds, because then that
I know, I thought
like
that would be so
enclosed.
cute. Yeah, but he would just probably pull it out and then
he might be too
that
young
would be
for
a
it.
play. Yeah, but that's a good idea, because I used to have one. I loved mine.
Yeah, and you feel like you're like enclosed, but you can still like see out. What's your beverage of choice today?
I have the H2O.
Me too.
Clinkety clink. Let's have a drink, baby.
I love my water. No, I was gonna get something else, but I'm gonna have a red wine after this. But
oh, yum.
Okay, this week on Unpopular Opinion, our first one is backing into a parking spot is superior to pulling in front first. What are your
it
thoughts?
Honestly is.
It actually
it's
is.
such a boss move.
That is,
I wish I could do it.
Me too. That is a confident superior move for sure. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's an
I
unpopular opinion.
I can barely park going front ways and without going on an angle. So if you can back in, such a boss move, honestly.
It's so like you're just like there, you're like reversing, you put your arm up on the seat beside you, and you're just like
chill. Yeah, I wish I could do that.
I'm pretty sure
I want to get
Dad
a new
can
car.
do that.
Yeah, but they also have reverse cameras now, so I feel like it's not such like a
Yeah, but that's
you don't need as much skill.
Yeah, but also that's like extra stimulation. So I reckon it would be easier for me to do it without a camera, because then you'd be like,
I agree.
Oh my god.
But people just look at their camera. I see it all the time. They just look down. They're just like, shum, done. I'm like, that's not safe, but okay.
But also superior move.
But also, yeah, you're a boss.
Second unpopular opinion: grilled chicken is better than fried chicken. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like
I
want to
say it is because I want to say grilled chicken's good because it feels like it's healthier, but fried chicken just slaps.
Yeah, I feel like fried chicken's yummier, but you definitely like after eating fried chicken, you feel a bit like sick, and then like
yeah.
And also, this is like back when I ate meat. I don't eat meat anymore. But grilled chicken, I don't know. I've just never been a fan of chicken in general, to be fair. I don't really fuck with chicken.
I feel like chicken's my favourite meat.
Really? Oh, yeah, you've always loved chicken.
Well, it's the one that tastes less meaty.
It has a weird taste, though. When I was in Japan, I had to eat chicken after not eating meat for 3 years.
I feel like...
And I was like...
I feel like Japanese chicken's probably not the same as our free-range little chicks that run around here.
Very true.
Like, we don't really know it was chicken.
Third unpopular opinion: rats and pigeons should be appreciated as cool animals and do not deserve their bad reputation.
No.
I don't know. I do get it with pigeons. Pigeons aren't that bad, but definitely
well, you
not
haven't
rats.
seen the New York pigeons yet.
True.
Wait till you see those New York fuckers. Like, oh.
True. Ugh. Do they fly
New Zealand
at you?
pigeons are kind of cute.
Nah, Auckland pigeons, like in the city where I went to
Oh
uni.
yeah, no, those ones aren't nice.
There was like a pigeon that we called like meth pigeon because he literally looked like he was on meth, and he just like hopped around and like looked so fucked up and gross.
Oh my God.
But also, yeah, I feel like it's not really their fault because we're like
you're feeding the meth.
Yeah, but also like rats have always been yucky. I don't think
rats are
I
gross.
don't think there's anything like nice about rats. Last unpopular opinion: no matter how high you reach in life in terms of money, respect and status, you would always be limited by who your parents are.
No.
I don't agree with that, and that is a
by who your parents are? That's such a weird take. I thought it was going to go with like by the people you're surrounded with, because then I would agree.
I also just think like you define your own life. Like if you're saying, oh, I'm this way because of like the way I was brought up or the way my parents did this, I
hate that.
I kind of think that's like just you're kind of just
It's
making
a cop-out.
Yeah, you're making like excuses to why you can't do something or why you're a certain way, and it's like you have the ability. I mean, I know it's hard because like, you know, we're all victims to it, but like you have the ability to get out of that mindset and to get out of thinking of your life like that if you wanted.
Okay, so I saw a TikTok the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about a lady that was on a date, and she said specifically to the man before she went on the date, because he was driving from out of town, that like he's not gonna sleep over or anything. It was the first time meeting. She said, I'm not like that, just so you know, like if you have any expectations, that's not what's gonna happen. And he was like, that's all good, like I'll just get a hotel if we have a few drinks. And she's like, okay, cool. And then the time came of the evening, and he kept putting off booking the hotel and trying to like hint to come back to her place.
Oh, gross.
And it was just super icky. And then she's like, why do I now feel bad that I'm saying no when he's pushing a boundary? So I watched through that whole video. I was like, yeah, that's super icky, she's in the right, whatever. And then I kept having videos, because the algorithm like kept throwing me videos kind of like that when boundaries are being pushed on dates. Like one girl said she wasn't ready to kiss the guy, he made her feel bad about it, so she ended up just kissing him. And then it reminded me of a date that I went on one time, that the guy had so much to drink and then wanted me to drive him home, and I said no. And he got so angry and was like, okay, well I'll just drive drunk, I guess, and then was making me feel bad that he was going to drive drunk home. And I was like, this isn't my responsibility.
No.
So then I was just wondering, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Brittany, if you've ever been in a situation where something like that's happened, like a boundary's been pushed on a date when you say no, and what are your thoughts?
I don't know. Have boundaries been pushed?
It's such a weird concept though, eh? Like, why do people feel like they're entitled to something, or they get butthurt if you say no? Like, that's just such a messed up
it's
thing.
just I feel like
I hate it.
it's just like the male like mindset, right? They think they're like, I don't know, they tend to get like real butthurt if like things don't go their way, or like they have a plan. I don't know.
If they feel
just
rejected, it's their ego or something.
Yeah, it's like it like hurts their ego. So am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling a friend his beauty standards for a partner are unachievable for him? Okay, I'll start this off by saying my friend isn't what you would call ugly, but he definitely isn't going to be offered a modelling contract anytime soon. His problem is he is forever moaning about being single, to the point that I think it may be affecting him mentally. But when I point out women who seem to be warming to him where he could have a chance, he will always point out the things he doesn't want in a partner. In brackets, overweight, has to be good looking, and so on. So last week, while a group of us were out, we have all been friends for many years, the conversation about him being single came up. He started talking about his standards and how he would rather be single than settle for less. Maybe I was wrong, but I kind of said to him that if the woman he likes has the same standards as he does, then he wouldn't stand a chance. There was a few seconds of silence after that, then we just moved on to a different conversations. Afterwards, while talking to another one of the friend group, he said that I was a bit out of order and was basically calling my friend ugly. I seriously didn't mean it in that way, but I do believe he's setting his sights on people out of his league, and so far with him being single, I've been proven right. Was I being an asshole in this situation?
Oh my god.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think sometimes you just have to keep things to yourself, and that's the situation.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy he has standards, but I see where she was coming from, honestly. I think that was something perhaps that should have just been kept to herself though.
Yeah, I totally see where they're coming from as well. Like, I feel like, you know, we all know people who have had high standards or whatever, but also like you also see like, just if I was talking to this person, you also see beautiful people with not so beautiful people. Like,
exactly,
you know, I mean, everyone is beautiful, but like, you know, for me personally, I've seen like a good looking person with someone who I think is not good looking. So you also never know. When they said about the females, the woman who he finds attractive, if they have the same standards as him, won't find him attractive. A lot, like, you don't know how that that woman might feel about herself internally. Internally, she might really not think she's beautiful, and then therefore, you know, not go for people her level or whatever. I did air quotations there if you're listening to audio, so you don't think I'm an asshole. But and like you said, definitely time and a place, and that was not. Yeah.
The problem here is that a lot of the time, like, I don't know how to say this nicely. This is a tricky one. There's usually someone like reaching in a relationship. Not always, but like typically, right?
Totally.
So
I'm the one reaching in my relationship.
No, oh my God, stop. You're so beautiful.
Not, well, you know, thank you, but also like I am like.
But there's somebody for everyone though, right? Is that
exactly.
Like usually if there's one reaching, they make up for it in personality. So the problem here might be his personality, because.
If he's still single.
Because I think usually, like, if you're not attractive but you're, like, really funny, or, like, you can still get a girlfriend.
Maybe if he stops looking, the right person will come along, because that always happens. As soon as you stop
They
looking.
say that it always happens, but I've never had that happen.
I've had that happen.
Like, I'm not looking, come to me, please.
Oh my God.
On today's Real Talk question, it is how to work through heartbreak.
Aww.
So, Miss Brittany, how do you work through heartbreak?
One of the key things I thought of was just give yourself enough time to like heal, and make sure you really make sure you grieve the relationship and really like feel your emotions. And it's okay to be like really miserable, but also like give yourself time, because if you're not like allowing yourself to feel how upset you are, I feel like that will like stop you from moving forward in the long term. But if you also just dive into your feelings and you just like are like so in them, you just like can't come out, I think that's also unhealthy. So I think giving yourself time to grieve, but also looking to the future and like trying to do things that make you happy, and just like I feel like this advice like flops, especially because every heartbreak is different. It depends if like this person's been cheated on, or it's tricky. But I think just giving yourself time, being kind to yourself, and giving yourself time to grieve. And also, you don't need a support crew around you, because I've been through a heartbreak with no one. But I think it definitely helps to have like supportive friends or family, or just someone you can like talk to, or multiple people you could talk to if you can, just to give like different advice. Like you might have someone who helps distract you, so you don't talk about it with them, but they, you have a really good time with them, and you go out and you're distracted for a few hours. And then you might have someone who you can really talk to about your feelings, and you can share with them your frustrations or why you're upset. And they're kind of just off the top of my head kind of things. How about you?
I couldn't have said it better myself. You actually like hit on everything I was gonna say.
Oh really?
Yeah, like it's really okay not to be okay, and I think it's healthier if you just work through the emotions. You can be sad, like just sit in the sadness, but just don't stay there, Yeah, I honestly just agreed with everything you said.
Easy peasy, wrap it up.
Damn, girl. There was a heartbreak I went through, and Brittany used to just send me like inspirational little quotes every day. It was so cute.
I feel like it's like, I've kind of found that it's like whenever someone's kind of going through a hard time, it's like a nice thing to do, like, especially because you want to find the words, but in your day-to-day you're running around, you're thinking of them, but you don't necessarily send them a message. And just having things like that kind of like handy when you're sitting at home and you're like, okay, cool, like I'm gonna find some things to have,
so cute,
like in my phone, so then when I think of that person and I want to message them but I don't necessarily have the time, you can just send like a nice quote or something about how you feel about or how you can relate to them, or how you can, if you think it will help them or whatever. Yeah,
I think that's so cute, because I always used to do that for my friends, and then Brittany did it for me, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And on today's top 5, we have top 5 TV shows.
Yay!
Now, not to be mistaken with our rewatches, because they are some of our favourites, obviously.
Yes.
So I've chosen different ones for this.
Okay, my first one is one of my most favorite TV shows of all time. It's called Mr. Robot. It's about a hacker, cybersecurity guy, and I just love it so much. So, Mr. Robot, number one TV show. Forever and always, unless something else comes in and swoops. I just love how it was filmed. I love the what it's about. It's just, yeah, and I love Rami Malek. He's great. Second TV show, Game of Thrones. Incredible. The edge of your seat, just like the effects, the storylines, everything besides the ending is really great. So Game of Thrones, definitely number 2. My third one is like a funny one. It just like makes me laugh, but like Community. It's like 20-minute episodes. It's got like Childish Gambino in it. It's got other people in it too that I can't think off the top of my head, but it's just like, it's like a community school, and it's just like it's based on like there's like 5 or 6 characters, I want to say, but it's just like, I don't know, it just like makes me like, oh my god, I totally forgot, I've got one that tops Community that I'm gonna add it now, Schitt's Creek. Because that actually...
Yeah, that was one of mine.
I knew it was going to be one of yours. Because I was like, I swear there's a TV show that makes me laugh more than Community. But Schitt's Creek is so funny. That literally I can rewatch. It's like a comfort show. I'll rewatch it.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, literally, I'm replacing Community with Schitt's Creek. And then my last two are my like ultimate comfort shows. Like if I'm sad, if I'm like anxious, if like anything, I just like need to feel at home, I'll watch Grand Designs UK or Location UK.
Yeah.
I love those two shows. Like, and only the UK version. New Zealand's done a version, US has done a version. I like fucking awful. Give me Kevin McLeod and give me Phil and Kirsty. Like, I
love them.
I love them, and I just, oh, it's so good. So good. They're my top 5 TV shows.
Woo! They're great.
Woohoo.
My first one.
Yes.
Mine are mostly comfort ones. Actually, no, that's not true. Okay, my first one is Gilmore Girls.
Ah, nice.
Ultimate cozy comfort. I've watched it, I don't even know, probably like, I have no idea, but start to finish, like, it's my favorite fall, winter, cozy, comfy show, Gilmore Girls. Ozark.
Oh, that's so good. I love Ozark.
I love Ozark. And I had a moment the other day where I was like, oh, Jonathan, I'm so sad there's not like another season coming out to look forward to. I love Ozark.
That's
so
a great show. That's a great show.
And then, like you said, Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, so funny.
Location, UK only.
Have you put that as well?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I didn't even know you really watched that. That's so good.
And then my last one is Hotel House / Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
Love those. They're so good. He goes into restaurants and like revamps them and
nice.
It's usually really gross, but it's like, it's so interesting. Also, because I never have 6, I never just have 5. I just thought of this now. It's like, I always have 6. Is also 2020 and 60 Minutes Australia.
Oh yeah.
Love those.
Lots of crime going on.
Yeah, but they're my only crimey kind of shows.
Yeah, well, that's what your YouTube's are for.
I was gonna say I don't really watch TV, but they're my top 6.
Oh, they're great. 5. I love that. Well, if anyone out there needs a new TV show, hopefully you haven't watched those. Otherwise, give it a crack. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate you putting up with our different audio and visuals, but thanks for putting up with us, and we hope you enjoyed this week's podcast. It would be amazing if you could subscribe, like, share with your friends, or just share with someone who you think might like this. And if it's not for you, that's cool too. But yeah.
Just listen on mute.
Just listen on mute. We will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.